PJ Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. We're in Pacific Palisades, California, at that famed Riviera Country Club. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and this is one of the architectural gems in the game of golf. Designed by George C. Thomas back in 1926 and still a masterpiece to this day.
I think if you take a poll of all the PGA Tour players, especially the ones that are here this week, they are going to say Riviera is their favorite golf course on tour. And not just by a little bit. I'm talking by a long shot. I know it is for me. I absolutely loved when I got here. Couldn't wait to get inside the building, the locker room, and go down and see all the past champions photos. And actually, I go by and see the Hogan statue every single year. I mean, this is Hogan's Alley. This is where he was just so dominant. And it's one of those courses where it is a ball striker's paradise, as Mr. Hogan would have loved. Easy opening tee shot at the first, easy hole around the first, but once you turn and come back up number two, you better know what you're doing with the golf ball, because if you don't, we're going to find out real quick. Favorite hole on the golf course got to be, by a long shot, number 14. Why? Because I made a hole-in-one and got me a car there. Happy days all around. I've got some great memories around this golf course, but that is the biggest one by far. But I tell you, Luke, I am the happiest I've ever been when I get on site. But when they make us leave on Sunday, I'm going to shed a tear. I'm sad.
Let's get down to the action. Ouch, that hurts. That's great golf there. Almost an eagle. Currently 1 under for the event. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Well, what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Well, that's beautifully judged. Time to catch up with the Canadian Brooke Henderson.
Look at the shot that this player possesses.
Solid putt, that. Let's return to live play now. A birdie putt awaits. Just didn't drop. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Well, that's a handy shot. Time for the second shot into the third. Needs this one to kick right. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap. Looking better.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no. John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, we're checking in down here with Lexi Thompson as she gets set for her next shot here on hole number 17.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Oh, how good is that? Buries it for birdie as well. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
This for a birdie run. What a putt, started this perfectly.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. This is one of those great ball striking displays, fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Opting for the 6 iron.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And that will take him to 5 under.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we are...
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Currently 6 under for the round. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Well played, mate. Time for the second shot at the 8th. Chosen the pitching wedge here. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Attaboy, good shot. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
Should find the green here. Wow, what a shot. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Not a bad line, this. Well played. And that will take him to 8 under. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. All right, as we head for home at the Riviera Country Club, is there a hole that's talked about more than the short par 4 10th?
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flagstick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Yeah, we'll take that. Trailing by 7 after that hole. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Going with the 5-wood. Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
It was going to take 2 mighty lashes to get there. However, they've left themselves in prime position.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Such soft hands.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, that's a ripper. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
That should find the surface. Left yourself an opportunity. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Was on a good line. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Okay, let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Rich, why don't we catch up on some of the other action going on around the course? Great putt. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Oh, nice looking putt. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. He's currently tied for 13th. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Yeah, quality shot, that. Well, an important part here in terms of the tournament. A chance to move inside the top 10. Okay, steady now. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Job done. Let's head to the next. He finds himself in a share of 15th position. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
A look to get to 13 under par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today. Surely it's going to.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie. Now 4 back after that hole. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Not a bad line, this one. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. How close was that to going down? Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. He's currently tied for 4th. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th, Rich. Really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, that's a great approach shot. And this putt to move into a tie for third place. That signs off on this player's performance for the day.